Hi guys, and welcome to another Whisky Geek episode. My name's Ben, and today I'm headed back to Campbelltown. I am visiting another whiskey made at the Springbank Distillery. This is Longrow Peated. So let's get it poured, see what it's got in store for us. Now there's not a great deal of information on the bottle for this one. It's a no age statement. We aren't told what casks it's matured in. We aren't actually told that it's naturally coloured, although I'm certain it is. I've checked all over the packaging, checked all over the bottle, can't see that. But it does say it's not chill filtered, which is a winner, of course. So, Longrow. Longrow is made at the Springbank Distillery. Springbank dedicate 10% of their production a year to making hazelburn. That's typically at the beginning of the year. And hazelburn is non-peated spirit. Then for the 80% middle of the year, they make Springbank, which is lightly peated, about 8 to 10 parts per million. And then for the end of the year, the last 10%, they make Longrow. And Longrow is heavily peated. By comparison, it's about 50 parts per million, so much heavier than typical Springbank. The reason they do that is at the end of the year, one of the last things they do is a deep clean of their equipment, get rid of all the residue of peated whiskey, and then come back fresh for the new year to make hazelburn, the cleaner spirit. So Longrow, heavily peated version of Springbank. Now, as you can see, I have a few Longrows here. I was eyeballing these after my interest around Port Charlotte, the wine cask, the fortified wine cask matured peated whiskies. I was really settling into them, and that's a integrity spirit aged in a particular way, and as I was really getting to grips with them, I saw a lot of hype around these Longrows, the Longrow Reds and the sherry cask matured, and it just seemed to make sense to me. So I was eyeballing these, and my wife saw that I was looking at them. We'd been around the local whiskey stores near me, and I was trying to find them because they can be a bit, like all Springbank products, a bit tough to get hold of. Then my wife's sister, my sister-in-law, and her husband came to stay with us for a week, and at the end of the week they'd asked my wife, what whiskey I'd like so that they could surprise me with a present, and they rocked up with this one, which was a nice surprise. Now I have sat and nursed this bottle for a little while. Well, the bottle is dated February 2019, so I've had it for a couple of years, and I've just slowly worked my way through it and really been enjoying it, to be honest. So whilst this one is a 46% no age statement, some of these other expressions are higher ABV, come with age statements, and the range is one of those where they do kind of year on year, they'll do special releases. I believe the next Longrow Red is supposed to be coming out hopefully maybe towards the end of this month or the beginning of next year. So fingers crossed I'll manage to find or pick up one of them. So taking a quick look at the colour of this one, it is about a shade 4 or Suave. And exploring the nose, you're initially hit with a wave of fruit. It's quite a soft fruit, like over-ripened peaches and pears. And there's this smoke and heat, a bit of a prickle, peppery prickle. But it's mellowing out quite nicely on the peaty, tarry, earthy elements. There's something kind of like a burnt caramel popcorn in there, like it's just started to catch. And the solvency, astringency is a little aggressive. There's a little bit of bite to it. Honey glazed meat, and it does seem to have that kind of that Springbank essence, the flint or the wet slate in there. As you dig into it, you begin to get some spices, a little bit of ginger, tarragon, and some woody sap elements. It's not a simple nose by any means, but it's quite one directional, and it's because of the aggressiveness. I wouldn't go pouring it for someone who wasn't already a fan of peat. It is nice though, I enjoy it. Let's give it a try on the palate. It's quite a thick and creamy entry, but that heat is carrying through. It's kind of chili capsicum heat wave. Then you begin to get this quite pithy orange, some tannins in there, and dry wood, smouldering campfire type of smoke. That sweetness has really subsided. There's still a trace of the kind of caramel popcorn. The fruit's pretty much gone to me on the palate. It's become much more savoury, agricultural almost. There's dry grains, grass, straw, that kind of thing. Carrying through into the finish, you've got a nice warmth. It's a touch medicinal, briny, smoky. It's mostly the peated elements that are lingering on your palate. And there's kind of a damp woodiness to it as well. So this is a whiskey that I really quite enjoy. I've rated it an 80%, whereas the Springbank 10, for comparison, I gave an 85%. This is much more a peaty, punchy, slightly aggressive take on Springbank spirit. And I think so long as you're bought into that idea, you'll really enjoy it. But it's not really a drop-in replacement for the Springbank 10 in my mind. It doesn't fill the same niche. The Springbank 10 offers you more complexity, more nuance, whereas this is quite single-minded, and it's all about the peat lingering on, those agricultural, dry, grainy, strawy, tanniny tones. All that being said, I do enjoy it. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this whiskey review. If you have, please do like, comment, subscribe, feed the YouTube algorithm, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers. I want another sip while I edit.